What's the definition of a passport, bro? It's pretty much the basic definition is a man who actually has a passport, who's able to leave his country, go to another country to be able to enjoy. And it's not just about women, enjoy life, enjoy, be able to have his own moment, his own time.
Fellas, a lot of hot water going on here. Instead of me describing it here, I'm gonna bring the video up now. I'm gonna bring the video. See, I'm not long stroking you guys here. I just want to talk to y'all and then we're gonna get it going here. So let me share the screen here. Let's bring it up here. Where are you at? Is it that one? Is it that one? Or is it this one? Here we go. All righty. Okay, guys. So we're gonna play the video and then we're gonna get into the heart of the discussion. And I see a lot of people know who Austin Collerman is. Look at Cop Killer here. He says he's a player. Fuck feminist skunks and the pet beta male that is hating on him. What? What the fuck? Dang, Cock Killer. Woo, man. As soon as I said his name and the people, I didn't know his name triggered like that. Man and female, good and bad. Ooh, man. Okay, brother. Okay, Austin. I wish I had you here. All right, guys. Let's get to the video here, Mike, and then we're going to get into the heart of our discussion, man.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Is sex in your travel itinerary? It's one of the travel goals for a community called the Passport
What's going on, Vince?
Bros, meaning brothers. It's a traveling community of upwardly mobile black men. Some are accused of going around the world searching for a more traditional and submissive wife. But is it all about sex and just a girlfriend for hire and then return home to humiliate black women in America? That's the controversy that we're dealing with. One of its members, Austin Holman, is apologizing for comments that he made about Brazilian women. Take a listen.
What I meant by when I said that Brazilian women are easy, and I shouldn't use the word easy. I know that now. I'm sorry. But what I'm saying is for a man that's well-mannered, well-dressed, that has put in the effort to raise himself, he will have an easier time in Brazil as opposed to where I was from. That wasn't always the case.
Both American and women around the world are speaking out against the Passport Bros, arguing these guys are using their status to take advantage of women and even calling it a form of sex tourism and sex trafficking. Let's talk about it. Communications specialist Priscilla Pack and Rochelle Gemini both are here on The Factor Uncensored. We were supposed to do this last week. We're doing it this week. You have done a lot of research. When you think about and what you've heard about Passport Bros, your opinion on this so-called group.
Let me tell you, they weren't even on my radar.
Hold on. Before they come on, I didn't watch. See, I didn't watch the whole news report, right? I didn't know that we had the women on the segment here, Mike.
Like I told you, it was like all women making their comments without having the different perspective of having a man to be able to defend or at least be able to see the other perspective. Just like what the guy said, going out there to find a feminine woman and then all of a sudden the sex thing. No, this is where people need to understand there are different men out there. It's in the Passport Bro community. Are there bad guys who are just like straight up peddlers? Sure. Because what's the definition of a passport bro? That's the thing we have to really look at, is that it's pretty much the basic definition is a man who actually has a passport, who's able to leave his country, go to another country to be able to enjoy. And it's not just about women, enjoy life, enjoy, be able to have his own moment, his own time and relax. Are women part of that? It could be, or it could be not. Then the next thing is it one of the type of guys who has confidence, who has self-worth, who is a value of a man, who can meet women without having to pay to play? There's those guys. There are guys who just want to put the money down because they want to get some. And those guys just, the money buys them time. So then they get those. There's a lot of separation. But what happens is what the guy did when he started off, he pretty much just bunched everybody up without having that separation. And then you have this girl in the yellow.
This caught me off guard. She tatted up. She looked like she got a sleeve, y'all. That's what made me stop the video. Because as soon as I see the tattoo and the sleeve like that, I'm like, here we go.
And what did she say, man? She said they were not in their radar.
Yeah, they were not in their radar. That's why I stopped it here. Now, let's let it cook here, Mike. You about to cook. That's why I'm going to hold you for a second here. Yeah. Let's let her cook, but I want you to go ahead and stir fry in a second.
You brought it up to me. And then I saw it and I was just like, oh, that's cute. Guys go and get their passports. My son just got his passport last week. He's 9. So that's cool. Passport brothers. That's what's up. Then I started doing the research and I'm like, wait a minute. Because I grew up, with 2-parent household. My parents still happily married.
She a poet.
I grew up in love. Some people grew up in survival mode and maybe they just in a whole nother dimension of trying to find love or trying to find easy situations and everything. But at the same time, it was like, why do you have to put down the thing that you don't like in front of everybody everybody just to get the thing that you do want. I don't care.
That being black women in America, putting them down for women who may be of color in another country.
Right. That want to be a little more
also submissive
to
them.
Exactly.
But also paid prostitution in many cases.
And that's what they covering up. And you can tell that by the way that, what's his name, Austin, was talking, because I saw the other videos of him going like, hey, you would have sexual intercourse with me tonight, right? And she's saying,
y'all hear this, fellas?
They about to really get a lick on him. That's what's really about to happen. Because I also saw some of the women from overseas saying, yeah, we're just trying to get a lick. You know, they also came out saying, we know these passport bros. They not new.
So essentially, they're chumps themselves.
Yes.
They're simply John on the streets of America.
There might be some that might be actually looking for love that can't find it maybe in America, but you didn't let some rotten apples into y'all group, and y'all need to call the ones out that's not doing it correctly, because baby, we're not just in America. You can claim wherever you want to be anytime. I don't care. Get a passport. Go find your love. But at the same time, don't put down us just because you feel like you've had some rejection. Deal with rejection. Heal. Go do your thing. We don't care.
And of course, we're not talking about all.
Hold on. Let me make this point here. I hear this all the time when women saying you're putting us down. You don't got to talk about us. But ladies, y'all talk about us all the goddamn time, putting us down to the point where that you had to implement your sign language into this discussion here. Oh, you got a passport? My son got a passport. You have no idea, because it was triggering for her to hear the black men or men in general talk the way they're talking right now. I just want to stop that real fast, Mike, to put that here, because you can just hear just off the rip, just dissing men because men are what? Exercising their options. Let me let this play now. Get back to it.
All individuals who may travel out of the country. But Priscilla, for those who may be taking advantage of women out there and then trying to humiliate black women in America, your thoughts about that?
I think it's really, really sad.
I
look at them and I almost want to pity them, but then I don't, because there's a level of ignorance. That's deplorable. Go ahead and use that word today. I think that
I'm stopping again, because I hate when people use the word ignorance and don't know what the fuck ignorant means, y'all. I know I'm cursed. I'm trying to cut back on my curse because YouTube's killing me on my CPM because of my cursing here, so I've been cutting back a little bit here, right?
Yeah, but, and don't forget the amount of gaslighting what she did there. I pity them. I pity them, but they're ignorant. So it's like, let me
hold on. What does the word ignorant mean?
Pretty much not knowing the full information, talking or saying something before actually knowing the full information. So
I like to say also essence of not knowing. Okay. Sometimes you say ignorant is stupid, but you could be stupid if you don't know something, or you just could not be knowledgeable, which makes you ignorant. Hence when people say ignorance is bliss. So the sign language is picking up saying ignorant, but men know what they're doing. We know exactly when they get in these airplanes here. We know what Austin's been using his content for. Mike, I've seen you use your content here. I think that you know exactly what you're getting into. I know you know exactly what you're talking about, and you know more than these women who will probably even been to these countries. It's crazy, brother. Let's click play again. Let's hear some more of some sign language, guys. And don't worry, guys. I see y'all super chats. I'm gonna get to them in a little bit.
They are taking advantage, at least from what they project themselves to be as a group. They're taking advantage of gender gaps and economic opportunities that are not there in these other countries that are present for us in America. In the States, in Canada, in Scandinavia, all over the world, and not even thinking back to the history of why are women and people made to be so independent in this country today. I think there's so many factors that they shove to the side for their preferences and trying to deem it a movement, which is so disappointing to hear. The civil rights movement was a movement.
Facts.
You know, anti-apartheid movement was a movement.
Come on.
So I'm thinking of passport bros.
The feminist movement is a movement, and see what it did for y'all women. You want to anything can be a movement. Just because you don't like that as a movement, it's still a movement. I'm sick and tired of y'all women want to do this here. See, when things don't stick y'all way, ladies, then y'all want to come with the jabs. Men ain't coming to y'all channels and talking this past purple. We've created our own channels. We've created our own content. You women have creeped into our sphere. You've creeped into our center. You came into the manosphere. We didn't come to y'all. You don't see us in, the Tasha K shows and stuff like that, channels doing this here. It's a, hey, Tasha, we know how you are for black women, but passport bros are up. No, we mind our own business. Mike minds his own business. You fellas in the chat that go around, my man said he's been to 13 countries banging around. He mind his own business. We're not going to you ladies saying, hey, ladies, we're going out of town. We're leaving the country. Bye-bye, bye-bye. No, we're talking amongst ourselves. And then y'all chose to put yourselves in the goddamn conversation. Oh, Lord, let's continue this, Mikey. I'm going to hear what you're going to say after this last minute of this video. Here.
Like, this is a shame. You could really take advantage of your opportunity to educate people on how to get a passport, to go overseas, travel the world, and to learn, and not just make it be about sex. And the fact that now you're putting this stigma on sex. People and black people in America. That is literally mushing us down. I hate that I said mushing, couldn't find a better word right there.
Right.
But like bringing us down. Right. They all know. They know. But what does that do for our perspective?
Them talk some of them, not all of them, talk so badly about black women in America, saying you guys are too bossy, you're too much,
you actually
not
are
feminine enough
you're not
for them.
You're not.
I think that sounds a lot to me like insecurities and the inability to seek what you want with what you have, where you are. That's what I really think about.
Insecurities, guys. You hear that?
Oh my God! Wow! It almost disgusts me and is borderline gaslighting to sit here and treat
Do you know what gaslighting means?
American black women and try to shut us down because
just
we
throwing
may
words
be
out
educated or have the ability to obtain certain finances and social status that we're not in other countries.
And you attract.
It's a shame.
What you put out there too.
It's a shame.
All right.
Like, don't put that on us. Yeah, don't put that on us.
Thank you, ladies, for joining us here on the Factor Uncensored. Still ahead on the.
All right. That's the news report here, Mikey.
Yep.
Before I get your 2 cents here, brother, let me get to some of these comments here real fast. I want to let the video play. So shout out to my man Z Whiff in the building for the plate. Hit the like button, cash app. Thank you for the $4.99. Brother, you know we do. We upgrade you to the $5 holla. Swift, salute for the holla, brother. I appreciate you, man, coming through, supporting me, man. Let's see here. What's going on? What's this? Oh, this is a good one here. Women eat ish in Dubai for a nominal fee. Is that sex tourism? Bitter old women trying to destroy a young man. Disgusting. Facts, brother. Facts. Hold on. Let me scroll down here.
That's just to let you know that it's true. That's happening a lot in Dubai.
Oh, yeah. I know how Dubai gets down. All right. So, Mike, what you think about that? What you think about that, man? What the women said? The last part of the women.
Well, one of them is like, the other girl said that, men have these insecurities and stuff like that. Why do men saying all this stuff about women and stuff? So if we handle that part of insecurities, and listen, I'm gonna be honest. There are gonna be some men who are part of the movement who are gonna have some form of insecurities. But the question is, why did these guys develop these type of insecurities? You want to solve a problem, then let's go deep. Why do these men have insecurities? We have to be honest. A lot of men build up these insecurities with a lot of the women in let's say in the West, or let's say in America, for example, is for the reason why women and how women have been acting as of maybe we can even say this the past 2 decades. So men have built this up. Now, a lot of guys have been experiencing this for the past, let's say 20 years, but then you have these new guys who are just coming of age, and starting to get in the game, and they know that it's not favored to them. So that's going to build insecurities for guys. And so guys, unfortunately, who are lucky, the guys who are lucky, who have a guy who's able to show them the ropes, how to be more confident, how to speak to women, how to be able to handle conversations. Those guys do well, okay? But then there's guys who are going to be insecure. And so the problem that actually occurs here is they go to another country, if you're insecure and you don't heal yourself, you don't level yourself up, that's going to transfer over there. So I'm not going to say that doesn't exist, but I would even say that will be a little bit more of a minority than a majority of men that does this, And so when she starts saying, so men are just, mushing us down, putting our people down, or let's say women, or in general, or let's say just black people in general, thing though is like, but were you there side by side with the men? Were you protecting the men? When's the last time did you see somebody, a lot of these women protect men? It's a very minority. There's not a lot of videos that you can prove. Point me directly to a woman who has recently been truly protecting men. You're going to say just burly things? Fine. One, that's it. That's all that you're going to be able to have. And when we move to the next thing is like, oh, they should, do something and, take advantage, show how to take advantage of opportunities. And she said, what do you call this thing? They should show people how to get passports. What do you think that the tutorials are happening? Why do you think there are videos where men teaching guys, hey, yo, listen, this is how you actually go ahead and get your passport. These are the steps. Here's the video. You can go to you can go to Staples, you can go to a FedEx, you can go to the post office, you can do it online. Guys are teaching men how to get those. We are doing the education. Men are doing these education. So what are they talking about that we're not taking advantage of opportunities? Because one thing I tell a lot of guys, the most important thing that you do while you get that passport and you go to another country is for the reason that it freaking opens up your mind. It opens up your mind. And when you can open up your mind and experience new things, then you're open to experience new things even when you come back to your country. The thing though is a lot of these women who are starting to hate on guys about this is that it's because that they're not able to have that opportunity of a man taking them to those countries. They're like, that was my ticket to Philippines. That was my ticket to Brazil. I wanted to, wear my tea back in Copacabana and stuff like that. That's what's happening. Well, the funny part is a lot of these guys, and let's say they do have some form of insecurities, and I think every person has some form of insecurity.
We're humans, of course.
Yeah, a lot of these guys that are deciding to leave because they know that they've been stuck in the friend zone. They've been assigned there. A lot of these women are so mad because they want to break their back for that, that one guy, or that one guy is breaking the back of 5 different women, right? And these guys who are in the friend zones are like, I'm not going to wait for you. I'm going to go elsewhere. And these women are losing their retirement men, the men that's supposed to be there when they turn into 40s. That's going to clean up things.
You beat me to it, Mike.
That's the problem. The retirement plan is broken. It's broken.
Mike, I can give you a real life example. The retirement plan. I had an ex who tried to put me into that retirement plan. Known this girl, dated this girl off and on through my 20s. Right. And I never forget when I turned 30, we had this big blow up. And then she found out that I was dating somebody and came to find out, how she labeled me in her phone after that one? The one that got away.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's called the Totka. That's a Totka.
Exactly.
The one that got away.
You know what she would do to me, bro? In my blue pill days, guys, I admit, your boy was hardcore blue pill. He was beta. I had a touch of red. This reason why I was able to pull a few girls, but I was hardcore beta and blue. And you know what though? I realized how, as I'm older now, she liked me for a particular period of time. So she can go ahead and go to the next guy or do what she was doing, right? So she'll call me, we'll kick it, we'll be good for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month, right? Then all of a sudden, something will happen, an argument, dead dog silence, boom. We don't talk. 3 or 4 months go by, boom, she'll pop back into my life. We will constantly do this. We'll be good for 2 months, off for 3. Good for 1 month, off for 5. This was going on throughout our entire 20s. And here I am acting all emo.